curious. Why is the National Guard out here?
Oh, we're just helping with security and traffic and stuff for the races.
Are you under the city? Are you working for the city right now? Guys, are you working for the city? Are you under the control of the police, though?
I have no idea, actually.
Okay.
I just do what I'm told. I say Roger.
I know, but we told you that. You're a surgeon? Okay, that's cool. Thank you.
Have you ever done anything like this before? A fair, a National Guard?
Nope.
$5 occasion.
Yes, it is, you know. This is not for civil. I mean, you're operating in a civilian environment. There is a Posse Comitatus law. The Army or National Guard shouldn't be here unless there is an emergency. You know. Anyway, thank you. I want just to ask.
Not a good thing. I'm not against you, but it's not a good thing what's happening in this country when the military is teaming up with local police. We're not liking this at all.
Nothing with you. Thank you.
Nothing with you. Thank you. We're not liking this at all.
I say John?
Huh?
I say John.
I don't think so.
Thank you, Byron. Yes.
Hold on.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we just showed you a video clip of National Guard in Arizona at these checkpoints. And earlier in the show, we were playing the audio. The video's up on Infowars.com. We'll play some of that in the background of We Are Change Ohio in Kentucky. Just at a community event all over the downtown city, blocking bridges, pointing machine guns at people off the tops of their Humvees. And the military were asked, they said, would you confiscate our guns if you were ordered to do so? And they said, well, we'll sneeze there on air. That's a radio rarity. They will follow the orders if they're told to. So all of this is going on. All of this is happening. And for more than 20 years that we've confirmed this has been covertly going on. Now Northcom admits they want to put 378,000 regular Army troops on the streets of America, not just National Guard. They're putting local military liaison officers in. This is part of the global corporate takeover. This is incremental martial law. And we have the report, Maximum Alert, U.S. troops now occupying America, PrisonPlanet.com article from Paul Watson that boils all this down. It's essential that you go to your city councils, your county commissioners, and you point out that the feds are federalizing those areas and you're aware of it. Schenectady, New York, mayor has asked for, quote, martial law. That's his quote, and for troops. The mayor of Birmingham has called for this. The feds are giving them grants. The feds are giving local police grants to take blood at checkpoints warrantlessly. Regular Marines are running checkpoints in California with the state police. In Tennessee, the military is running checkpoints with Homeland Security, regular Army. This is really happening. And they're totally converting our society from a free society to a police state. With us until 8 after, when Dr. Stan Monteith joins us for the rest of this segment, the next two, is Luca and Bridget. We'll just use their first names, from Mohave County Minutemen and Mohave County Oath Keepers. They shot the video we just played off a little pen camera, and we commend them for joining us. We've got their website, MohaveMinutemen.com, linked up at Infowars.com. Thank you for coming on, both of you.
Hi, Alex. Thank you.
Hi, Alex. My honor.
Were you just driving along and saw this, or did you hear about this? Or
no, we were just doing our little drive to the post office, and we were just doing our daily route there, and we were driving through. They were having a hot rod car show that they have every year, and we're just driving down Andy Devine, and you know, if it wasn't for our keen senses from the past few years from your show, I don't even know I would have ever paid attention. But here were National Guard guys, you know, on the street in their uniform, waving the flags, and we just said, my God, it's really even happening here.
Yeah, they had traffic directing flags.
Yes. So we flipped the UE as it shows in our video, and we had our trusty little pen, and I'm sorry it didn't come out so good, but it was just fast, and we just flipped
I think
around.
it's pretty good video. No, it's great.
Good. Well, we flipped around, and we just asked the question that you saw on the video, you know, what were they doing here?
And they just say, oh, we're just helping. And then notice all the way over in Kentucky, it's traffic control checkpoints. But then they say, we do assist officers if they need help arresting somebody.
Exactly. We just heard that. And the interesting thing also, after we came back, we left because we were still in the car. We couldn't hold up traffic. So we parked and we walked back about 20 minutes later, and the part that isn't on the clip, we had spoken to the regular traffic guy, and boy, he gave us, we were laughing, he gave us the regular line that you always give about, don't you love the troops, boys? I mean, he started going into that. He got very hostile.
If you love the troops, you let them search your car. America's about checkpoints and troops on street corners. You're some kind of comic. You don't want to turn your gun in?
Yes, he got very ugly with us, and I asked him about Posse Comitatus, and he said, well, I said it was illegal what they were doing, according to Posse Comitatus, and he said, well, that's your opinion.
That's your opinion. We run this nation now. Every country in history falls to their own military. And that's now happening. They've occupied all these other countless nations. We're now being occupied. And they've got them everywhere with guns. In many cases, just training us that we're absolute slaves and training them to accept all this. Stay with us. This is Alex Jones. Have you heard of the Millionaire Patriot? Well, you should. He has a free handgun and 5 days of firearms training waiting for you. That's right. You can attend 5 days of world-class gun training at Front Sight Firearms Training Institute and secure a 30-state concealed weapons permit, all for pennies on the dollar. Plus, if you act fast, the Millionaire Patriot will give you a free Springfield Armory XD pistol in the caliber of your choice. I believe now is the time that you and your family need to be armed and trained to levels that exceed law enforcement and military standards. Front Sight provides such training without any boot camp mentality or drill instructor attitudes. This is real. Don't miss out. Secure a Front Sight defensive handgun course, plus a 30-state concealed weapons permit for pennies on the dollar, and get your free handgun. Go to frontsight.com today. That's FRONTSIGHT.com. Go to frontsight.com for your training and free gun.
Not this police department, no.
Okay, but other police departments?
Chain of command, they do interact with them, and they get mission briefings.
Okay. So like, we noticed that there's a difference. You guys are traffic control, and then there's rover patrol or something like that. The guys with the big guns, like chilling with the Humvees down there.
Same thing.
By the bridge.
It's the exact same job. All we are here to do is to reinforce the Newport Police Department.
Right. So do you have any police powers as far as like arrests?
No.
Cuffs and whatnot? So
we do not arrest. Not unless asked to do so by Newport Police Department.
Do you hear that military tactic? We don't arrest unless asked to by police. We're here to reinforce the police. We're talking to Luca and Bridget from Mohave County Minutemen. And their website, of course, you can check that out. We've got it up on screen for you here in a moment. Luca and Bridget, you've got the floor. I just discovered you're listeners to the show. No surprise that our great listeners are out there taking action. We need everybody to get little digital hidden recorders or pens or whatever and start documenting this, because it's coming in from all over the country and Europe and England and Canada. Canada's announced they're going to have regular army patrolling the streets. This is a takeover.
Alex.
Yes.
I would like to say something. I have other video that I'm uploading, very disturbing, never happened before. One is on the YouTube channel that we have. Bottom line, there are, for the first time on the valley where we live in Mohave County, between Bullhead and Bullhead and Kingman. There were a few days ago military choppers flying low altitude. Normally they fly by. This time they were circling the valley for 20 minutes. And they were Cobra or Apache. But you people... Well,
they have NLEO-9 focused on several states, but mainly Arizona, troops from 14 different nations to, quote, fight American terrorist foreign troops.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I believe so. And there is another video very disturbing of 60 seconds that I took with a Diga pen, and the quality is much better. It was done almost 3 weeks ago. And bottom line, at the gas station in Kingman, there was a huge armored vehicle that with no insignia. I went around and I was looking for some sort of flag. There were no flag, and I was quite shocked. It was 8:30 in the morning, and now all this starts to connect the dots, and I start to think we are some sort of hotspot around here.
I think we are a hotspot, and Alex, just like you said, if people must realize this, you were just saying the acclimation operation. I mean, how much more obvious does it have to get? You know, when it hits your own town, when you see the National Guard reinforcing the local police department, and if you ask a question, we were treated like, they were going to arrest us or that we were from, some domestic terrorists. I mean, we were treated just terribly. And just to let you know, too, right before we got on the show today, I told Paul, I just called the National Guard. I've got the number. I called the National Guard.
Yeah, we listened to the audio. You're clear. Yeah. They're kind of garbled, but we can barely, so we're not going to air it, but we will link it up in a story. We're going to give it to Paul Watson to put in the overall article. Okay, what a shame, because I was clear, but this lady was so irritated with me for calling and asking a question. She was and she ended up hanging up on me because she didn't want to talk about Posse Comitatus. She just didn't want to talk to me.